What's up? What's happening? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got ATU, and you see our schedule. We beat Idaho. We lost to Idaho, lost to Nevada, but we end up beating San Jose State. San Jose State went 2-10. And I believe they're in like the WAC conference or the Mountain West, something like that. I really don't know. So their conference is 10 times easier than the Pac-10. Now, as you check out the top 25 polls, at this point the season is over, but the bowl games have not yet been played. So we're nowhere to be found. But you see SAU is in the top 20. They also have Michigan, Oregon, bunch of teams in there. Georgia's going to be taking on Texas in the national championship game. You see that Reggie Bush, Matt Leonard, those are the two favorites to win the Heisman Trophy. So the Pac-10 is very well represented when it comes to the when it comes to the Heisman finalists or the Heisman watch list. Now, as you see the Maxwell Award, there are nobody from ATU to be found. Nobody from ATU to be found on any of these lists because we were just hot garbage, okay? Just plain hot garbage. Now, we go back to the Heisman, and Reggie Bush does win the Heisman. Second was Matt Leonard, and then you have Patterson, a running back from Texas A&M. Moving on to the top 25 polls after all the bowl games, you see that Georgia, Tennessee, and Florida, they all finished in the top 5. Georgia winning the national championship. So we move on to recruiting. First, we have to see the guys that graduated. We lose our two best quarterbacks, you could say, our number 1 and number 2 quarterbacks. Jackson and Alfred, they're gone. Davis, he's gone, and the fullback that we never used, he is gone as well. USC, Reggie Bush is out of there. He's leaving after his junior season. Matt Leonard graduated, so that means that Lindell White will be their starting running back going into next season. As we take a look at UCLA, Maurice Jones-Drew has decided to come back for another year for the UCLA Bruins. That gives us another year of trying to tackle him, and we did a poor job of doing that. Now, when it comes to recruiting, we had slim pickings. It wasn't like there was too many people dying to come to ATU. So we got 2 kids to transfer, one from Cal, one from Nebraska on the defensive side of the ball, which is big time for us because our defense was just plumb bad, just plumb awful, just pathetic, but they can't play for a whole nother calendar year. So these are the guys that we were able to sign. Like I said, it was slim pickings. We really didn't have too much to go after, but those 2 4-star recruits, those are the guys that we were able to sign during the regular season. So that's where we're going to have to make our money. That's where we're going to have to eat, man, is in the regular season recruiting, in-season recruiting, where we can go after some 4- and 5-star caliber players, but we have to start winning some ball games. You see the top classes right there. LSU had the number 1 class. They signed, I believe, 5 top 15 players, I want to say. Maybe not that many, but they were just... everybody was going to LSU, and you see that we are number 115 when it comes to recruiting, but we did do better than Arkansas, we did do better than Ball State, Air Force, and Marshall, which is pretty good. So, the guy that we recruited at quarterback, Gilmore, he will be our starting quarterback. At 68 overall, has 72 speed. Arm strength isn't the best, but it is definitely an upgrade from what we had. We were throwing the ball with 59 arm strength with my man Chris, but now we have Gilmore, whose arm strength and accuracy is better, so that should help our offense pretty good. Now, James Brooks, his speed went up from 85 to 86. Still one of our fastest players. We also got Coley, our 4-star recruit. He is a starter. He is going to start. He is going to get the ball in his hands a lot with that 87 speed. And again, White, 91 speed, but not the best receiver. Only has 59. His overall won't go up if I move him to a different position, but you might see me sneak him in there at running back, maybe at quarterback, to do some options and stuff like that, because that 91 overall speed is just a flat-out weapon. You see his catching, though, is down in the 60s, which isn't good, and I don't think he has the best potential, so I do not believe that it's going to get any better anytime soon. We move to the tight end position. We only have 2 tight ends, but the guy that we signed this offseason in recruiting, he's the best one. He has decent speed. Our O-line is pretty bad. O-line is pretty bad, man. We did not get any big-time offensive lineman recruits, but our right guard is the best offensive lineman on the team at 68 overall. Defensive ends and defensive tackles, still pretty weak. Still pretty weak. Now, as you see me continue on here, my man Holland, the transfer from, I believe he came from Nebraska, I was like, let me just start him, but obviously we couldn't put him in the starting lineup because he transferred. And again, we have to wait for these guys to, as you see right here, we can't start him because he transferred and we have to wait a year for him to play. But our defense will still suck, man. We have a lot of speed at corner. I might move some of those corners to free safety and strong safety, and maybe with me using them, we can make some plays, get the ball back to our offense. But I'm liking the speed that we have on offense, and I might use one of those cornerbacks on offense as well. And our starting quarterback has 72 speed, and that speed matches the same amount of speed that Daniels had when I would move that cornerback to quarterback to run the option. Got it? Good. Anyways, man, let's move on to the schedule. San Jose State's our first game, then SAU, Baylor, Stanford, Oregon State. Then we have a bye, then UCLA, Cal, USC, Arizona State, Oregon, Washington, and then New Mexico. Our strength of schedule is an A-. I don't know how that's going to help us, but if we can win some games, hopefully we can get some better recruits. These are the guys that we're going after this regular season during recruiting, so hopefully we can land a couple of defense and offensive linemen and maybe a new halfback to groom for later on in our dynasty. Now we're checking out the top 25 polls. Top 25 polls are dead and gone to us, so we're going to keep on moving. Are we in the top 50? Absolutely not. Are we in the top 60? Absolutely not. 75? No. Are we in the top 100? And the answer to that is no. So we are ranked 115, just like our recruiting class was 115. We're ahead of Florida Atlantic and a bunch of scrubs. Anyways, man, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you guys are excited for the new season. First episode of the new season should be out tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. I hope the rest of your day is the best of your day, and I'm going to see you guys later. Peace.
Hustle.